Here we've got two Spanish variant figures. We've got this one here, which is the PBP Spanish figure, and the one next to it, this one, is the Poch figure. So the Poch figure came first. This was sent to Spain as parts which were painted in Spain, and the PBP figure was moulded in Spain and painted in Spain. The Poch figure has a 4-line Hong Kong COO, and the PBP figure has a deleted COO, so the Hong Kong part is deleted on the back of the leg. There are some quite subtle differences between the two figures in terms of the colours of paint used. The PBP figure is described as a hard torso. The plastic used is very hard, quite brittle. The PBP figure, the Poch figure, can be poorly painted, have paint issues with bubbling on certain parts of the body, poor sculpting in certain places, melt marks. This one's graded UKG 80 and the PBP figure's graded UKG 75. So I've just picked up the Poch figure to go with the PBP figure because I wanted to do a comparison video. So I've done a long video where I used the Ruy Lopez guidebook, the Spanish catalogue book, and this is going to be a shorter video where I just sort of, you can look at the two figures and see the slight differences. Out of Spanish figures, there's some figures that have major variants and others that are more subtle. But even with these two, which is the same character, you've got with the Poch figure, it's how they Spanish painted it, and then with the PBP figure, it's to do with the plastics used and again paint as well. So it's quite an interesting area to collect. In the past it was the Lily Ledes that were really the hot thing to get, but now the PBP Poch figures are quite popular, especially in Europe, and probably the most famous being the Toxic Limbs Bosque, which is the Poch variant of Bosque, and then the PBP version of Bosque is the Fat Lips. But there's quite a few cool figures you can collect, like the Lando with a reddish skin tone to him, or the black neck Lando Christian. That's the Lando Bespin figure. There's the Han Solo with pale hands, both versions, PBP and Poch. Stormtrooper with a hard torso, Darth Vader with a textured cape. The variant list is endless, and so the best thing if you want to buy a guidebook is to go on Variant Villain, which is a site you can go on and find out about all the sort of major Spanish variations if you feel inclined to start collecting them. With the hard torso, certainly with the Luke Farm Boy, that's a figure that's prone to breaking apart, which is unfortunate because you'd be paying a lot for that figure to begin with. So with the hard torso, that mainly refers to the figure having a really sharp sculpt, and a lot of figures that were put on tri-logos were also PBP figures. I've bought Palatoy figures, that Han Hoth recently and the Imperial Commander, both are PBP figures. So you could get those figures carded on UK cards, and I'm sure other European cards as well, plus all the tri-logos as well. So it's an interesting area to collect. Quite a few of us that are on YouTube, myself, obviously AFG, Boss Bounty for the Bosque variants, and so on. A few of us collect these. Old Plastic, of course, because he's got a Luke Farm Boy focus, so he's going after early Spanish Luke Farm Boys, and obviously Luke Bespins as well. Yorkie Bespin, of course. So that's a great channel to watch if you want to find out both those channels. Their expertise, Yorkie Bespin and Old Plastic, far exceeds mine when you're talking about Spanish PBP figures, especially for the Luke Skywalker figures. I've got other quite cool ones like the Luke X-Wing. That's a great PBP figure with really different coloured, or the orange is quite vivid on that figure, or quite strong and sort of maybe with a more reddish tone to it. But you know, these figures are really nice as well. You know, if you look at the PBP Poch figure, his emblems are very red. It's a very nice figure. Early Spanish production. There's the weapon. And then we've got the PBP hard torso. His emblems have got a slightly more orangey tinge, but if you look at the detailing on this head, it's very fine, it's very sharp in terms of sculpting. He's got no red on the back of the square, and you can notice the red on the stripe at the back is a different tone on the PBP figure. The limbs are a different shade of grey, and but you know, it's very, you have to like really study up about these figures. I mean, in a way it makes it a bit too easy buying them pre-graded, because then you don't, well, you're not going to be taking a risk from buying something from a Spanish seller or something like that. You're buying something that's already been graded, and you know, so pretty cool. But yeah, nice figure. I had this one as a child. Now as an adult child, I have him again. Very popular figure, this one. I've got him on the Tri logo. I think I've got him on the Palatoy card, the Return of Jedi one. I'm not sure. Have I got him on the, I don't think I've got him on the German card, but maybe I have, I'm not sure. I don't think I have though. No, I don't think I have. So no, not on the German card, unfortunately. But then again, I might have, but I'm pretty sure I don't. But there's my brilliant memory. But these are nice figures. Very cool. Definitely got him on the Palatoy Jedi card. I mean, he was released on the Power of the Force card as well in Australia. That's a highly sought figure, very rare. But yeah, very nice looking. Bit stocky in build. There's been quite a few cool bootlegs. The Polish, you know, there's a deluxe figure. There's quite a few bootlegs. I've got 3 bootlegs of this figure. There's the Oratet, there's the Uze. So Action Figure Grade has got the Oratet. I don't know, the Uze is called Atman or something like that, At Driver. So, but out of the main official products, these are probably a couple of the rarest. But if you go into bootlegs, there's even rarer AT-AT drivers. I mean, the Polish guidebook shows you a huge number of these figures in different paint schemes. Some are very wacky. Anyway, I hope you like looking at these 2 AT-AT drivers. I'll show you the labelling. So this is Star Wars AT-AT Driver Poch 1980, figure 80, paint 80, overall grade is 80, made in Hong Kong. And then this is UKG graded 75, AT-AT Driver PBP 1980, Lucasfilm Mirrors Noku, made in figure 80, 75, paint. So nice comparison of 2 very cool Spanish variant figures. Alright, so I hope you're liking that. Cheers, goodbye.